What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukshu. We are back with another Musume video. Hope you had a good weekend. And in today's video, we will be training Orfevre, as we haven't really trained like a decent one. At least I'm not too sure if I did. I don't remember getting one off camera. And I don't know. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I'm not too sure, but I'll figure it out later. But here we are back with Orfevre. I'm going to be once again training for the CM, as I believe it is next week, so it's all good. With the two same parents that I believe I normally use, which is Ayabe, the Christmas one, and Duramente, my Duramente. And as for the setup, we're gonna go with the 3-speed setup that we did last week. Almond Eye, Duramente, and still in love for the 3-speed cards. Narita Taishin for the Wise card. Super Creek for the stamina card, and the speed symbol group card. So with that being said, we are just going to get started with the run. But before we do get started with the run and the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There is a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or to the circle request channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, that is gonna be it on that. Let us get started with the training and also get the comments all loaded up. And we should be all good to get started with the video. All right. So, starting off with the comments. The first batch of comments will be from Nova. And the first one says, yeah, Yujin posted his chrono pulls and Jesus, 200 pity. I'm not sure if he did it for the meta or for the looks, but yeah. If I were to guess, because I do see that he did respond, but before I see what he said, I would guess that it would have been more towards the looks than meta, since he's been against the meta Umas pretty much since the beginning. Since he hasn't liked anime, I mean, not anime, Christmas Aguris since, and that was the first Christmas banner, so there you go. There you go. But Eugen did respond, so let's see what he says. Before I do the poll, I made it clear that it's a chant poll for Rick for anime Aguri success gotcha since he dropped by. Unlike you, which rejected me flat as a washboard. And then Nova says, it's not my fault you chose flat. You betrayed me since the day I found out your preference. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now that sounds way more personal. That sounds more like a personal problem. A little rude too, based on what you said. But anyways. Next comment, Nova says, just to throw shade at Cheval. Again, rude. Nova's on a rude streak right now. Nova is on a rude streak right now. Panda Express or maybe real panda meat. Well, you need to relax, Nova. You need to relax. I didn't need to spend it all for the Cathy pulls, so most likely I'll need to swipe for Lupa, but it's gonna be so worth it for my Chun-Li and Brent. Now luckily, for her, I still had some leftover to save from. So hopefully all goes well with the loopables as well. If Nikki EOS, then that would be great for me. I mean, if you needed a reason to drop him, then yeah, I guess you would be, that would be great for you. What I don't get is Eugen just skipping the story in Zealous. It's a shame, really. I agree. It actually kind of is a shame, because it's actually a pretty good story. Eugen says, that impression of skipping story? You mean fast reading? I mean, if you don't remember the story, you're essentially just skipping it. Or at least the main aspect of the story, or even some parts of it. If you struggle to remember it with fast reading, you're essentially still skipping. I must still say that. It'd be a different story if you remembered. But I don't think you remember most of the story. I'm gonna give you a benefit of the doubt that you remember at least a little bit of it. At least a little bit. I haven't even done a single story, whatever it is, because I know it's long. I'm not even done with the new main story. New main storyline. You aggravating me much. Ooh. Nova. And then Nova once again says, it's a shame. And once again, I agree. It is a shame. It is a shame. I did pull in Girls Frontline 2 for the outfit, and this is the first time I didn't pull for the weapon. I just gave her the gold weapon from the battle pass. Well, I didn't even get no battle pass, and yeah, I didn't pull for her. That's okay. So it is okay. Looks like in this event, Faye or CZ75 is actually holding an axe with a scope on it. This is actually a thing in jail for one, and I'm glad they have her here. What I want next is to get Jung Yu and Lena. I'm a sucker for little sisters, apparently. I have just been pretty much waiting to see when they would release Lena. But really, I just been going with the flow. Right now, it just seemed like the perfect time to not pull. So I'm gonna take that opportunity not to pull. For some odd reason, they doubled your comment, so I'm not gonna go with that one. I'm going for the meta Kathy build, whatever that is. I was about to say, what is the meta Kathy build? You can either build her two ways as a DPS, 43311 or 44111. So you just tell me which one you're deciding to build. I believe the 44111 has more higher crit requirements, I think. Is the main difference. But I think is the better combination for Cartithia in general. I just been having a hard time getting my echoes because I can't get both crit stats on the substats. So this is the first time it's happened in WUWA. At least this is the first time I've had a hard time in a while, I guess. But whatever it is. I usually just do a quick Google search online. With that being said, I need to update my Chun-Li echoes. I do too. If she uses the new fusion ones, then I definitely need to farm them as well. Also to get some done for Lupa, because I must still need to get the echoes for Arrow Rover, which is thankfully the same drop as the fusion echoes in the new Tacit field they dropped. So it's like killing two birds with one stone, depending on how long it takes for me to create the builds. So we'll just see how that goes. I think I have less Umas I want than everyone else, or everyone here. Probably do. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. With that said, I do want all the cards though. My prediction is that I'll be the only one pulling for Daring Heart and Almond Eye. Aguri is going to be pulled by several people here. I do like Almond Eye. It just depends when she's going to get released. But I think even after Cap, I'll still be able to... I think I can say for Almond Eye if she doesn't get released yet. Actually, I hope she gets released. You guys are probably wondering why I say I hope. But I'm pretty sure she will get released. I'm pretty sure she will get released. I just don't know when they'll release Cap or when they'll plan. Almond Eye, I feel like they'll release probably a little, at least a couple months after this scenario, maybe. If not a year. Daring Heart, I don't think I will pull. I mean, even Almond Eye has a chance of getting skipped by me because I did skip a couple characters I did want already, so it is what it is. I blame Eugen for pulling. He's part of the Flat faction, forever my enemy. I will say once again, Flat and Petite are two different things. Flat and Petite are two different things. If you refuse to believe that, then that's your ignorance. Ignorance, yeah. We'll go with that. It's just not his fault that majority of the time a good amount of the time they would be more towards the flat side, but not to say that they're not flat all the time. Allergies or COVID-19? Definitely not COVID. Definitely not that. Or otherwise, I would have noticed by me not being able to taste anything or smell anything like that. I wouldn't know because never had it yet. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. This whole time I haven't had it, so I'm gonna go with allergies, but even then, I'm unsure because I don't even know what I'm allergic to. So I'm just gonna say that I just breathe in dust or whatever. So yeah, we'll go with that. Well, we did get new strains of the virus floating around. I'm not getting a fourth shot though. The side effects are brutal. I wasn't told or anything to get the fourth shot, so I ain't gonna I ain't gonna worry about it. A 100 line is almost near the end for me. 78 endings cleared, and I can tell that which route leads to the true ending. Wow. 78 already. They are making a DLC that might add another 100 endings, so I can't quit now. So essentially, 200 endings. A lot. a lot, but at least sounds fun to me. At least it sounds fun. With that being said, that is it for all the comments from Nova. Thank you, Nova, for all the comments, and just Eugen, I believe, for replying to a few of the comments from Nova. Next comment is gonna be from Eugen, and it's the only comment from Eugen. And it says, right, that's the only comment. Yeah. And it says, lunchtime, and yes, I'm not the first comment, so blame Nova, I'll eat again. Nova says, your salt tastes yummy. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Eugen, for the comment. And Nova for replying. Next two comments are gonna be from Rick. The first one says, I don't know why, but I like to only spend the pink tickets if I have multiples of 10 amount. I have 20 saved for Umas and 40 for cards. See, a lot of the time I didn't do it when I had multiples of 10. The one time I did was when I realized that it doesn't count it as like you would a 10 pull when you would use your carrot jewels, but it would just count like a random single pull per ticket you use. That's how I saw it, at least, because the 10th spot in the, at least that 10 pull I did with 10 tickets, the last 10 spot that was not the guaranteed gold gate. It just stayed normal without changing. So after that I was like, huh, so even as a 10 pull it doesn't count as, like, you know, for the last one. So to me, it just doesn't matter anymore whether you do a 10 pull or 4 in these singles, because even if you do 10, at least from what I noticed, I don't know if they've changed that since then, but I feel like that might have been the norm. It just feels like they just counted as a group of 10 singles rather than grouping that bunch as a whole 10 pull like you would with the carrot jewels, because I don't know, that's just how I saw it. That's how I saw it. I feel more importance with the support cards, so I'm just letting, I just do the pink tickets for the Umas as a as a Hail Mary to see if I could get it or not, get the Uma or not. So it is what it is. Nova says, multiples of 10 makes me feel good. Then again, I'm not the one of the few. I think I'm one of the few who hoards them. People just throwing their tickets away, but I'm like you. No, those tickets are discount toward pity, right? I obviously know that, and honestly, it still doesn't change my mind. Maybe one day I'll stop using the tickets, but since I'm already, for the most part, skipping most banners is key word. Most and not all. I don't think I fully committed to a banner yet, unless it was like a big event. Yet. So right now I'm really just saving for cap and whatever ahead. So it is what it is. Rick says, true, at least Yushu's not spending his gems for the next scenario, and anime agree. Rick says, yeah, he's come a long way. A little while ago, he was going ham on back-to-back banners. Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it. Please give me no. No. If I get a green, I'm not gonna get a green. I'm just gonna get a pink to ensure that I get pink. And It's just how it's gonna be. I mean, later I can swap it out for like the last few turns anyway. Because there's always like that one time, that one turn. Or one last stamp you could swap out in the last couple turns. At least for me. But I feel like it's the same for everyone, so yeah. Rick says, praying RNG Jesus helps you mentally. Back to Nova. And then Nova says, I need luck, man, not mentality. Yeah, I don't think Nova needs mentality. Because Nova, even if no, the reason why Nova doesn't need mentality is because he'll answer his own problems with a swipe of his card if it comes to pulling a character in gacha. That's how it is. The one who I need to figure out mentality is Eugen, because he was the one with the negative juju vibes. I don't know. I don't know. The next Rick comment says, where are we, by the way? The next Rick comment says, I saw like 5 pictures of Umas and I wanted to download them. And somehow seeing more recommended on PixIV, I find some artists. With the first artist, I ended up downloading 52 pics. I still need to see the other artists, but I'm assuming that's the user's name. On PixIV does really good art. I ended up downloading like 200 pictures across 9 artists. And I left one for tomorrow on another day. Here's the real question though. Just curious. Just curious. What do you do with all those photos after essentially downloading them and seeing them the first, I'm gonna say, few times? Do you just delete them when you need space? Because a long time ago, I found myself doing the same thing. But then I also found myself not going back to the photos at all unless I'm randomly looking through my pictures. So I'm kind of just curious what you do. That was like a long time ago for me though. Me, I only screenshot things where, I don't know, screenshot, save. Photos are either useful or just that one picture, you know, rather than having like hundreds of photos of a single character or multiple photos of a single character. I think I kind of just got over that because I had no reason for it to just take up so much space. Well, as so much space as it accumulates. But it's all good. I'm just curious because I used to do the same thing where I see a picture I like of a character I like, I'm just like, keep it. I'll keep it. Even now I do it once in a while, but I end up just deleting it within like a few days because I was like, what am I gonna do with this photo? So yeah. Other than that, thank you, Rick, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And the last comment, let me refresh, is gonna be from Tanoki. And the only comment from Tanoki says, well, took a little look at the last 11 PvP events for the last year. Quite a bit to look at. No, failed the training. I tried to trust that 20%, but it didn't work. I wasn't gonna pass up on the 130, but oh well. Let's just do this. 11 month. The strength of my strategy is betweeners, chasers, leaders, runners. That makes sense. Because I rarely hear you talk about runners. I do remember you mentioning chasers because I remembered you said you even tweaked up your chaser build. Betweeners, I've heard Sakura, Laurel, and all, but I don't know about the total. Either way, yeah. Besides runners, I've definitely heard you use betweeners, chasers, and leaders way more than runners for sure. Interestingly, the 3 times leaders are my ace. They take a guess which Uma. That's right. It's gentle. No, it's actually Sakura Bakushino because 2 short events. Makes sense. That makes perfect sense. If you would ask me, Sakura Bakushino is I've probably used her in every short CM and League of Heroes, I think. Since the beginning. Since the beginning with her 1 or 2, I think 1 star, right? 1 star? 2 star Sakura Bakushino? Before she got her other outfit, her sports festival one. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Sakura Bakushino has been there for me for short distance for the longest, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't have been surprised if you said Gentle Donna also because we've had medium distance, but I wasn't sure. Well, you can pretty much confirmed it because you said out of the 3, 2 were short events. At least the 3 times they were your ace. So yeah. We did do medium distance quite a bit, but I don't think you did Gentle Donna every time. I don't think so. You could correct me. I'm just not sure. But with that being said, guys, that is it for all the comments. So thank you, Tanoki, Rick, Eugen, and Nova for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And I think since it's been a while, um, I'll see you guys at the end of the run. I'll just do the run and see you guys when done picking up all the skills and all, since we're done with the comments. At least I believe so, since there's no more comments. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the run. All right, guys, here we are at the end. Didn't manage to get the last two stats at 1200 plus, but it's all right. It's just one of those runs. I feel like Orfevre I'll be able to get off camera as long as I get one of those runs that actually works. The RNG works well with me, but that's perfectly fine. This time around, we did get pretty close to all of them being 1200, so it's all good. We did get an S in medium distance as well, but I will be doing some more off-camera runs just to see, you know, if I can get at least Orfevre done, because I have been focusing more on Kita off-camera, just because I feel more confident when it comes to these chasers build, so that's why I want to put more time in Kita. So that's why I've been doing more off-camera runs for Kita, but this one's all right. UD6, we did bring UD6s in the last one, so, or the last event, which is the League of Heroes, so we'll just have to bring whatever we can when the event comes by. So as the CM gets closer, I'm just gonna have to do more runs to really try. But with that, ended up with 1852 speed, 1243 stamina, 1291 power, 1143 guts, which was really close. Guts and Wise was really close. So it was just probably like smaller like decisions or choices in the training. Like I did fail that one summer training that had like 130 on a speed and all that. So it's all good. We did fairly well. This could have been better. We just did decent. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on on the video. Let me know what you guys did over the weekend. Any plans? Anything new happened? Anything interesting? Anything really? This want to talk about anything once again, or ask me something? Just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the circle requests channel. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.